Welcome back down the Carbon Car Systems, guys. So we have an absolutely awesome product today. We've actually made this new stereo for the N80 Toyota Hiluxes, which is anything 2016 onwards that had that tablet style stereo in them that was really slow and clunky. This new stereo is a complete Android replacement that is actually molded into the dash. It's a 10.1 inch HD capacitive touch screen. And the good thing about this is we actually designed it and spec'd it out. So it has got everything you absolutely need, including the option to get Hammer 4-wheel drive maps on here if you need it. You can get all your apps like Torque Lite, so you can run gauges on the screen, Facebook, Instagram, anything else that you want to get off the Google Play Store. And the cool thing about this is we really spec'd it out and made it completely plug and play, and we're going to show you how to install it really simply and easy. It's about a half an hour job. It retains the factory DAB plus radio, retains all the factory USB, retains all the steering wheel controls. The cool thing about this is we've custom made it so that you can actually program the steering wheel controls yourself, so you can actually make them do different functions, whatever you want them to do. You can actually set up the voice button to do Google Assistant. So there you go, you saw it come up just then. It also does have built-in navigation on this system. Oops, sorry, I'm just doing the Google Assistant there. But it also has Apple Carplay and Android Auto all built into the unit. So it actually doesn't use any external dongles or anything. You can actually plug it into the factory USB. You can see here we're using an iPhone. It has Apple Carplay, Android Auto, which will allow you to use Google Maps, Waze navigation, Spotify, all those other cool apps that you always wanted. You do have the DAB plus radio, as I mentioned here. The cool thing is we've made this loom to custom retain your factory GPS antenna and your factory DAB antenna, so that you actually won't have to put another on-screen ugly little DAB antenna up the top here or anything. It'll use all your factory stuff that's already in the car. So that's very cool. So you can see all the radio stations here in Australia. No external aerials at all on the screen. It does have a built-in microphone. The factory microphone up the top will retain there, and it won't be used because this one is actually quite better than the factory microphone. You got some more adjustability for all your audio on these vehicles as well using this, but basically very open source. It's an Android 8.0 platform. That is the actual graphical user interface. It is a PX5 processing chip, so it's using an 8-core 1.6 gigahertz processing power, has a 4 gigabyte memory and a 32 gigabyte ROM on it. And so that's pretty much everything that you would need on this vehicle. But like I said, very open source, built-in navigation. There's a navigation button here, which should actually load up the nav. So we're just going to go into that quickly. It uses iGo Primo for the built-in offline maps. Okay, so those are the offline maps if you don't want to use Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. What else do we have here? It does have the option for a dash camera that you can put on the front of your vehicle. And the cool thing about this is we supply it with all this fascia here, this gloss black fascia that suits the factory vehicle. It does come with the location here, so you can put your seatbelt lights warning back in. If you have one of the lower vehicles such as the Workmate, and you don't have this seatbelt light, so this is on the SR and the SR5 or above, we actually have a blank there that perfectly sits in that, so it's going to suit any of the models from the Workmate to the SR to the SR5. And the good news about this is it's going to be around $1,000. We're working out the exact price as we speak, but I'll put a link below if this is on our YouTube channel. If it's on Facebook, we'll definitely put the price on there for you. But it's going to be about $1,000 supplied with everything that you need, and that's all built in Apple CarPlay, DAB, radio, Bluetooth hands-free. It uses Bluetooth audio streaming. It's got built-in Wi-Fi, so you can actually connect it to the internet, and you can do Wi-Fi streaming if you download apps like Easy Connect and etc. It has your normal basic radio as well if you want to do that. Very easy to retain all these features, and you can actually set them up to have dual function, so it'll retain, so you can have this phone one as answer and hang up, but you can press and hold it to do a dual function if you custom set it yourself. Okay, so you can actually go into the settings. I can't remember what they're here. I think it is steering wheel keys, and you can actually program these to be whatever you like. So we can actually press and hold the button, and you can see here for a short click you can set it to be any one of these different options. For a long click you can actually set it up to do a couple of different options as well. So very customizable. It's not a preset steering wheel control, so you can suit this or design or program this to suit whatever you wanted to do. Okay, so very, very cool. The only thing you won't get is the navigation will not be retained on the factory screen up here. I think you used to be able to have a bit of turn by turn up in the center speedo console. That will not be retained because it'll be all on this new stereo in the center, but you will still retain all this function and car information up on the dash as well. So this is all still functional, but you just won't get any of the radio information up there because basically it's all on this new screen. Very easy, touchscreen, fast. You're really not going to need that, so I don't think it's a great loss. Factory USB will be retained. It has a spare USB also in the glove box, which you can run 2 different USBs. And that's basically it, guys. If you have any questions, shoot us an email or send us a comment or message on our Facebook or YouTube. But that's the new N80 Stereo from Carbon Car Systems. We have designed this to be plug and play for you. We've been testing it for a while, and we're 100% certain you're going to be happy with that. So, all right. Thanks, guys.